Hi there folks, welcome back to my channel. It's Handmade by Shirley. I'd like to say thank you to everybody who came on the live yesterday. Really do appreciate it. If you're not aware, I do a live every Sunday at 4:30 GMT here in the UK. And it's always nice to welcome people on. So if you're about on a Sunday at 4:30, be lovely to have you here. The next 2 weeks though, not this week, I'll do one this Sunday, but the next 2 weeks after that I won't be there. I won't be doing lives because I'm away. So after that I'll be coming back on, probably on, I'm not sure if I'll be doing it on the 16th of June, but I'll put out a note. But that's what I do on a Sunday at 4:30. So I've come on and I'm going to use some of my new Gummiapan stamps and this background, which, not Gummiapan stamps, Gummiapan dies, my new background, which I made a while ago, and I made it with alcohol inks, and also I think I used, just on normal card, I didn't use U-Pot or watercolour or anything, and I think I used some of the, also the what do you call them, it was alcohol inks, and then I waited till that dried, and I think I used some of the Luscious Powders, and then waited till that dried, and then I made some marks in it and I got this. So I thought I'd use the background, and I've got this stamp, I keep saying stamp, I've got these nice shells from Gummiapan, so you get I've got a jellyfish and the two shells, the mussel shell and the scallop shell, and then I've got this die which is a lady, because the reason I say she's a lady is because she's wearing a swimsuit and she's sitting on a rubber ring, and she's got her hat on, and I thought I could pop her on there. I'll double these up because it's quite good to get a bit more rigidity on these, so double up, and I thought I would just colour her in as well. So that's the die, which is cool. Pop that over there. But also what I thought I'd do as well, just to make this look a bit more sea-like, I've got these lovely Inkylicious Sea by the Sea stamp and by the Sea Wave stamp set. So I'm not sure which bit I'll use, because they're both obviously it's a sea ebbing into the shore, but this has got a little bit more of a distant sort of waves in the background, so I think perhaps I'll use that one. And then what I thought I'd do, I thought I would use probably that stamp. I might use a bit of that, but not the very edge. And then what I would do is I'd heat emboss it with some white embossing powder, just, and then cut it down, pop it onto the front for card. So first things first, what I want to do is pop that to the side just now, and then just colour in my shells, and I mean, I don't know if I'll be using my shells, but I hope to use my shells. So I've got this grip mat from Waffle Flower, and this just is, I'd seen it on NB cards, and I thought, oh, what's that she's got? So I messaged Natalie, and she told me what it was and where I could get it. So I got this off Bumbleberry Crafts. So that's where I got it. So they're in the UK. And I did want the bigger one. There was a bigger one that Natalie was using, but they didn't have it. It was out of stock. So I just used this instead. So if I place that back in, I can then pop my lady back in, and that just keeps her in place. Now I'm not going to do both the bits. I'm just going to do one bit, and then if I can find the shells as well, because this is quite a good way of doing it. You don't have to have the sticky mat, but it's quite a good way of doing this if you're doubling up, or if you just want to colour your whatever it is you're colouring. Pop it back into the die cut that you cut it from, and it should stick fine because it's a sticky mat, and then just you can colour it, and then it doesn't matter if you go over the edge. I might just pop that one here at the top, and it won't matter if you go over the edge of it because you're taking it out of that. So just trying to find the bit that goes in here. I think this goes in like that, perhaps. There we go. I think that'll do. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take some alcohol inks, wherever I put them, here, and I'm just going to colour in. So I'll just bring you down a bit so you can see what I'm doing. It's not too far. So I'm going to concentrate probably for the shells on a kind of, not too, just a kind of light colour of grey and something else in the background, because I don't want it to be too in your face sort of thing, if you know what I mean. And that one for some reason doesn't want to stick on there, but that's okay. I'm only doing one each of these because, as I said, I'm going to double them up, and I only need to do the top one. I don't need to do them both, because obviously if you're putting them on top of each other, you're not going to see the bottom one, are you? So just going over this in a light colour grey, and then I think I'll just leave it like that just now, because that's all I want to do with them. I'll take that away now, and then I'm going to colour in this. I'll bring her a bit nearer. So we've got all the bits out. I think there's a wee tiddly bit here that needs to come out. That's fine. So let's pop her back in there. Right, so we want to, I don't know why it's not sticking, because it should be, so just pop her in a bit. Didn't think that made any difference. So we just want to kind of make her have a nice swimsuit colour. So I think I'm going to give her a nice, what colour will I go with? Will I go with yellow? Let's go with yellow. So I'm just going to use the finer tip. So that's our swimsuit coloured in. Now I can put some nice, maybe a bit, this one's a bit darker, not much, so it's just to give it a bit of, don't think you can see that much really. You might just be able to see a wee bit there. And then we're going to give her a nice apricot kind of hat. So I'm going to use a bit of the ecru as well for her hat. So I'm going to just pop a wee bit round here and a little bit on the brim here as well at the edge, like that. And then I'm going to colour the rest in with apricot. And hopefully You'll see a wee bit of the ecru through it, so just watching her hand there. I'm just going to the other end for this bit, just here. Okay. Might actually colour the middle parts with another colour, maybe orange. I didn't want to make it too bright, but I think I'll just put this piece in orange there. That's fine. And then we want to do the rubber ring. So the rubber ring could be in pink. So this is called Caramine. So it is a very light colour. I'm not going to use that end because I don't think, well, I need to be careful. It's alright going over here, it's just the bits near there. So just go over here, go right up to there. Just be careful, very careful. We'll just swap over now and just go in with a finer area. And then up here again. So if you're a Gummiapan lover, I do believe that the Christmas calendars are out from Gummiapan UK. So if you're interested in that, yep, you should give it a look in. I'm going to be buying mine, but not quite yet because I've just bought some other stuff and I don't want to. Just trying this pen on. This colour, that's too dark. So yes, Gummiapan UK has got them in. It's got both the 31 days and also the 25 days, I think it is. So if you want one, you should contact Matthew at www.mesaprint.co.uk. I'm sure you already know that already, but just giving him a bit of just letting you know you can get one from there. So right, I'm just going to go over this whole thing again with this pink one because I want that to kind of blend in a little bit more. Just down here. There we go, and then we'll try and do I'm not sure, something for her body because I want it to look completely white. So I'm just going to do a wee bit there, a wee bit on her there. Go. Right, so we can pop that, take that off now, and this is what we've got. So that's pretty good. So the next thing I want to do is I need to take this away because I want to do my this part next. So my stamping. So what I want to do first is actually I need to cut this down to a slightly bigger size. So pop you back up again so that you're not so close. So my piece of card that I've got cut. So my base card is 6 by 6. I've got a piece of white. Where did I put it? White. Probably left it up there. White silken weave, which is 5 3/4 squared. So I am going to put this. Now I need to just try and get a good bit. So I'm not going to maybe cut it quite. So I want to just cut and get quite a good bit of the blue. So let's see what's. So if I made it 5 1/2, that should work. It doesn't matter that it's got that, I don't suppose. 5 1/2. And that would more or less give me, it's got a few wee bits, but I'm not bothered about that. So, we've got that. Okay. Now I need to get, I actually need to go and get my embossing powder, so we'll be back in a minute. Right, so I've got everything I need now. Just going to pop this to the side. So I've got my stamp from Inkylicious, and I'm going to just, as I say, make the C. So I'm going to use this stamp first, probably quite a few times, and I may have to cut it this bit down anyway, because so I want to start quite far up. So I'm going to pick this up, and because I'm heat embossing, I want to use, I'm just going to pop this down. Ah, there's my other piece hiding under there. That's the other piece. So that should just fit on the top, but I may have to cut it down, so that's fine. I've found that piece. So I'm going to use my normal embossing buddy, or just this top part here, or I'll just do the whole thing with it, and then that works. And then I'll just get my first part of Versamark. I might do this a few times, and then so starting up there like that, and then again I might just use these waves actually for the whole thing. So, and again there. There we go. I've got some nice waves. So let's do it again. I might just come in slightly to that side. There. And then we can bring this over as well to here. And do the same. So just doing it all the way down because it makes it just look like nice gentle waves of foam. And there as well, and do, I think that's all. I might do one more bit. I'll turn it around the right way. And that's us. So next thing, I'm going to put on the white embossing powder. Just give this a wipe. And we'll just pop this in here. Find white. If I can find it. Is this white? No. This is clear. I do have white somewhere. It's hiding. This is white. Oh dear. Clear. I do have white somewhere. I'm sure I do. Yeah, here it is. It's hiding in the corner. Right, so let's just pop that on. Not as much as I used to have, but so we'll put a wee drop in there and a wee drop. There we go. That's fine. Need a little bit more on there. There we go. And then I'm going to pop this back in because it's better to keep it in. And then I'm just going to come back in a minute once I've heat embossed it and we'll see what we're at. So I'm back now and I've done the embossing, and what I did was I put this into the trimmer, and I know not many people can do this, but they can, you know, I tried. What I did was I wanted a bit, like about an inch round so I could cut out the middle of a square. So this is 5.5 squared, so I brought it down to 4.5, and then I looked here and I just by eye just did a square so that I had about an inch all the way round, and I've just cut all the way round, and now I'm just didn't quite cut properly, so I'm cutting the very corner in because I want to just display this card slightly different. You don't have to do this at all, this is just me. So it's coming out, and then I just need to get up to that top area there, and then I've got an aperture with this piece as well in the middle. So I've not decided if I'll use the piece for the middle or not. I'll just decide shortly. That was just something I did. So I think it came out quite nicely with the stamp and the heat embossing. So I can start to put this together. So I've got my card base here. So the card base is not 5 by 5, 6 by 6. And this piece of white linen is 5 3/4 squared, and it just has a tiny wee border around it. So I'm going to put these together, and then I'm going to put the die cuts together as well, and then I'll decide if I'm going to put both pieces on of the inked bit or just one piece. Not decided. Probably put two, and I'll put one up on foam pads and one just flat. So I've popped that on, and that's fine. So yeah, so I could have it just like that with this in the middle, but I'm not going to do that. I think I am going to keep this bit, but I think what I'll do now is I'll cut it slightly smaller so that it doesn't fit just in that square. It'll be slightly smaller than the square. So it's measuring at 3.5 just now. So if I just take it down to 3.25 squared, so it'll be slightly smaller. So 3.25. That's fine. And then that means it's just a little bit smaller, and you'll see a little bit of white in between, which will be quite nice as well. And then I can pop the lady with on the ring, and I can add my shells round about, because that's what I was going to do anyway. So let's just do this first, double these up first. So this I think is not a shell, it's a jellyfish. Looks like a jellyfish to me, unless it's a sea urchin. It could be a sea urchin. So they do have a shell, so it's probably a sea urchin actually. And I've just noticed there's a wee bit that I have not poked out, so I'm just going to poke that out. There we go, that's fine. And then I want them to kind of just go round there. So first of all though, we'll just do this. Put all these on. So just make them same. Into the same place. There we go. That's 1, 2, and then let's get the mussel. I mean, I could have cut out a few more and popped it all the way round right enough. Which I'm thinking now I could have done, which would be quite nice as a frame. I might do that because I've still got the dies there. So that's that, and then I want to put this one on top of here, and I'm not that happy with my colouring, so what I might actually do is colour it again. This is going to end up a really long video, folks. Maybe I'll just, because she's not really, I just wasn't that happy with the colouring of that. Let's just colour her again, because I'm not that happy with it. So just, first of all, let's just put this on as well, and then that'll start to bring it together. And then I'll redo her, because I'm not too happy with the colours. So pop this on. There should be a bit of a space all the way around now for this as well. So a nice border. Like that. Just pull it up slightly. So make sure it's all down. And then this bit here, I've got some, get some of the foam pads to go on here. So I'll put quite a few just so they get that stability when it's pressed down, so it doesn't sink. So 1 in each corner, 1 and 2 in the middle, 1 here I think, 1 there, and 1 on there. So I'm just conscious of trying to keep this glue upside down because it's nearly run out and there's not much left in it. I need to purchase some more of those. So if you've got lots of backgrounds like I had here, you can just use them for various things. You can stamp on top of them, emboss on them, do a few things just to, you know, use them up and bring your projects to life and give it just some new look sort of thing as well. So, yeah. So I'm just trying to put that into roughly there. So it just gives it a bit of an even border. And then I think I'm going to pop some of these up on some foam tabs as well. Foam pads, not tabs. Now I wonder if I could put one there. I could have made it with a frame with all the bits around it, but I think time's marching on and you don't want to see me doing that. I can perhaps do that in another video. So I'll put one here. I'll put this one as well on. We just need 2 for that. 1, 2. I can put that one probably there, just on that corner. And then, as I say, I'm going to do her again because I'm not happy with my colouring. Right, let's do her with a blue swimsuit, not that end. So I know there's blue on the sea, but we're going to quickly do her with a blue swimsuit, bluey green one. And a sky blue hat as well. So we'll just keep it all blue, that's what we'll do. Just have to be careful here, this bit. And just don't get it on the skin. This bit is going to be the hands and the whatever. That's fine. And then let's just get this one. Is that the one I used already? Yes, I think it was, wasn't it? Just go over it again a wee bit. And let's do this turquoisey bit here as well. So we'll just have a wee bit of colour there. That's fine. And then I'm just trying to think about the let's see, thinking about the, that's quite nice. Might just do some, let's just see what this pink colour's like, because I don't want, is that too, yeah, that's too thingy for her legs. It's quite hard to find something that will kind of be good for the sort of, not that end, surely, this sort of body. I don't have any kind of skin tone-y colours, you see, so it's a bit difficult to decide what to kind of use, but I think I'll just go for this because I don't want to, I'll do, and then see what that looks like. Yeah, that's quite nice. But I need something that's really quite pale for the rubber ring. What could I do that's kind of palish? I think I'm going to bring some of this into her hat just to make this piece slightly darker. There. That just differentiates between the two, and I don't know for the, oh my, I don't know what to do for the choices. I don't want orange. I mean, I could do yellow. Let's go for this really kind of light yellow colour. Being really careful not to go over the bits I don't want to go over. I'm not going to do any, I don't think I'm going to do any shading here because it's just a bit tricky. There we go. So I could pop her on there, but hopefully you won't see the, there's a wee bit here as well in the corner that needs to go. So no, I'm just going to pop her up on some pads as well, and then pop her on and we'll be done. One there. Oh. Or the video gone for ages and I don't want you getting bored. Right. So I think we're just about there. Just getting this off. And then I'm just going to pop her like that on there. What do you think? Do you think it's quite nice? I do. I hope you like it. And that's me done my first Gummiapan card for a while, but I'll be back soon with something else. Please remember to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and always check your subscription for those who are subscribed, because YouTube seems to have a problem that it unsubscribes subscribers, so please do check to make sure you're still subscribed. And thank you so much. See you soon. Bye for now.